Welcome into Whack Baseball here on ESPN Plus here in Abilene. We're at Crutcher Scott Field at Bullock Brothers Ballpark. I'm Kason Higgins, joined alongside Josiah Winnell. Josiah, these are two teams who had very successful years last year. What can they do to build on those successes and do even better in 2026?
Yeah, it's difficult to flip around and switch around in that February season as you begin a season on opening day and try to look forward to where you're trying to go, but that's the mindset they have to have right now from both sides. There's been a huge roster turnover for both of these teams, and it's really important that you fill in those spots that you're missing, but you also develop those guys that have been waiting for their chance. They might finally get it this year.
And then for the St. Thomas Tommies, a new generation for them, 2025 graduates. They had 12 of them coming into 2026, 6 transfers from the transfer portal, 13 true freshmen. And on the other shade of purple for the Wildcats, fresh faces, 2025 graduates, 9 of them, but only 1 starter for them on the starting 9. And then in 2026, they got 11 transfers with 6 true freshmen. What can they do to build that culture together?
Yeah, a lot of talented guys. Again, what you said, though, it's going to be the culture. Who's going to step up and establish that as a leader this year? Because obviously a few of those guys that are gone are going to be leaders. And who's going to step up and be the leaders as we take a look at the pitching side?
That pitching matchup for today for the Wildcats, Brett Landman, 50 starts in 2025, 7-2 with the 4.86 ERA. And on the other side, Braden Olson, 3 starts, 3-1 with the 5.86 ERA. How can these guys perform well today, Josiah?
Yeah, Olson, the transfer from the Big Ten school Purdue, comes in with a lot of experience in that facet of experience, but he needs to realize that this is a different type of baseball. This is the first visit from St. Thomas here in Texas in a few years. They have to realize this is a different style of baseball. On the other side, on the other bump for Landman, it's really important that he doesn't start off the year like he did last year. It was a rough start, and then he got it picking up at the end of the year.
Well, we have a great matchup coming up next here on ESPN Plus. We'll head to break. ACU versus the St. Thomas Tommies. Brothers Ballpark, opening day here in Abilene, Texas, as the Wildcats take the field. And here we have Brett Landman, the starting pitcher from Fairview, Texas, 6'5", 228, a junior, left-handed pitcher. Josiah, what can you tell me about him?
Yeah, I mean, we looked at it in the open, but this is a guy that started off last year, a little bit of a rough stretch. There was high expectations for him, and then he came into the season struggling a little bit, and then he got things rolling. This is a fastball cutter, curveball guy that has the slider as his strikeout pitch when you would be so surprised. It would be really interesting to see how he comes out hot after so much time to prepare for his 3rd season here in Abilene.
And here we go to the starting batting lineups for the St. Thomas Tommies. We have Tanner Recchio leading off. Then we have Easton Fritcher, Matthew Mollick, Lucas McNeilis batting cleanup, Joe Roeder playing first base, Christopher Knowles, Zan Van Schlegel, Adam Perder, and Maxwell Beresford lining us up behind the plate. This is a pretty good batting lineup, Josiah. Tops in the Summit League last year. How can they have success today against Brett Landman?
Yeah, Chris O'Lean. I mean, he comes in with 17 years of experience here at St. Thomas, and he's built this lineup exactly where he wants. And this transition into Division I baseball, this is the first year that St. Thomas is able to go and compete in the postseason if they're able to make it to that point. And so they're trying to do their best to compete in that way. As we take a look to the defensive lineup for the Abilene Christian Wildcats.
For the Wildcats, the starting 9 for them today. We have Brady Gray behind the plate. Of course, Brett Landman pitching for us. Grant Watkins playing third base. Nick Arias playing second. Zane Payne playing shortstop. Sam Hardcastle rounding us out in the infield. Heading to the outfield, Reese Borjo playing left field. Braden Regalia manning down center field. And last but certainly not least, Ryan Jones playing right field.
Brady Gray is going to have to be a wall back there for this Wildcat team. Here's the thing about February baseball. You come in with all these nerves. It's opening day here in Abilene. It could be a little bit of a wild day for these pitchers. These catchers are going to have to play a huge role as we get this thing started.
A little bit of a cloudy day here in Abilene. Might have some trouble with fly balls as the ball tends to blend in with the clouds on a day like this. But here we go. Brett Landman to the bump, and the first pitch of ACU season from Brett Landman. Lines and the pitch. little bit high, ball 1. Pitch coming in at 93. He has the capabilities to touch in the upper 90s from the left-hand side. A very good weapon for him. Will be interesting to see how much he brings it out as the 1-0 is in there. Strike 1. The 1-1. On the ground to the shortstop. He heads to his right, fires onto first. A nice scoop. And the first out of the Wildcat season. It's a great play.
Yeah, kind of an awkward bounce there on the left side as we see a great play here from Payne rolling into it. And you're seeing he's moving away from first base. He has to shift into it, and that requires a bounce. He has to really put some oomph into it. Still able to get the first out of the year for the Wildcats.
Fantastic scoop there by Grant Watkins. Sliding in is Fritcher, Easton Fritcher, the redshirt junior for the Tommies. He'll take strike 1 in there on the inside corner.
Center fielder for St. Thomas, a part of this very talented outfield crew. Starting off this lineup, trying to get some offense going here in the first inning.
The 0-1. Fouled off behind home plate. 0-2, got up to 94 that time. Fritchard from Hayfield, Minnesota, the junior. He plays center field for this club. 0-2. Strike 3 called. Great pitch there from Landman, his first K of the day, and there's 2 away here in the top of the first.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 strike for the strikeouts. He recorded 25 strikeouts last year, looking the highest on the team, and right there he's able to get one. And man, his stuff is so nasty that you have a position where you could just watch a ball go right by and get rung up like that.
Great pitch there. Sliding into the box is Malik, the left fielder. A swing and a miss, left on left matchup here. Another fastball from Landman. Really leaning into his primary offering here in this first inning. The 0-1. Swing and a miss once again. Foul tip. 0-2. I mean, he's just challenging him with fastballs right in the strike zone. Can't do a thing about it. The 0-2 to Malik. Fouled back. Just got a piece of that fastball.
The game plan is obvious right now for Brett Landman. He is going to attack these hitters. He's not afraid. He's a junior. He's coming out. He's got 2 years under his belt. He's got nothing to hide. He is the most confident man out there right now.
We'll do the 0-2 again. Set. Winds. Here's the pitch. High. One slipped a little bit. 1-2 the count. One, 2. Got him swinging. Great pitch from Brett Landman. He strikes out 2 in the inning. Wildcats go 1, 2, 3. We'll head to break here. Wildcats up to bat here in the first inning of opening day. Welcome back here to Abilene, Texas. Bottom half of the first inning. ACU coming up to bat. And on the bump for the day for the St. Thomas Tommies is Braden Olson. Josiah, what can you tell us about him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a medium-sized pitcher in terms of weight right there. You can see he's a 205-pounder. But the big thing for him is he is about as cut and paste as it gets as a normal pitcher coming in as a starter, but he's got a lot of sneaky skills up his sleeve. So he is a right-hand pitcher, but he's got a loose arm action that he releases right there at the 3/4 point right there. You saw it on that pitch right there as he warmed up. He's a fastball, curveball, changeup classic, and really everything depends on how his fastball is going because he starts to rotate and starts to mix in those other pitches really effectively when that fastball is working.
Well, starting off for the Wildcats today will be Zane Payne. He's leading off. Then we have Reese Borho in the 2-hole, Grant Watkins, and then Nick Arias batting cleanup. The catcher, Brady Gray in the 5-hole, Diego Cardenas batting in the 6-hole, Sam Hardcastle, Ryan Jones, and then to round us off, Braden Regalia. As Payne steps in, the Purdue transfer winds and deals. Outside, ball 1. Payne, the graduate from Edmond, Oklahoma. Switch hitter, batting from the left side here. Takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Olson's fastball doesn't touch in the upper 90s like Landman's does, but with good location can be very effective as he takes that curveball outside, 2-1. The redshirt sophomore winds and deals. Payne fouls that one off to the left-hand side. Count evens at 2.
It's so funny because you walk into these games with little to no sample sizes of these guys because they've had a full offseason of development and growth, and you're just excited to see what they're going to look like. But in a game like baseball, you look at this right now.
Payne skies that one to left field. Shading foul, chasing after it, but it drops foul. We'll do it again at 2-2.
You look at these guys right now, and you're just not even sure because it's one game in. There is a lot of grace here in this first opening series. Right here on opening day, this entire weekend will hopefully give a sample size of both of these teams and where they're headed. But these little hints of what is to come, it's going to be really exciting to see how they develop throughout the year.
Payne steps back in. 6th pitch at the at-bat. Lines and deals. High. Ball 3, and we go to a full count.
Yeah, just missed upstairs. And now the voices of Bullock Brothers Ballpark starting to come up for this full count pitch.
7th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the left side again, making him work.
Let's do it again.
Looking down at the scouting report, shaking off the pitch comp. 8 pitch at bat to lead off the Wildcat season. Here it comes. Swing and a one hopper to the second baseman. He fields it on a low scoop, flips it over to first, and there's one away here in the first inning.
Hey, a lot of pitches that he just took. Payne able to move that pitch count up and put the ball in play. That's the most important thing as you start a season off. You don't want to get into a slump where you're not even touching the ball. Putting the ball in play is really big, and you could see it a couple times that you start to read him well with those fouls off to the left side. Now figuring him out, able to put the ball in play.
He gives Borho the chance to look at some extra pitches before he comes up as he fouls that one off. Reese Borho, the junior from right here in Abilene, went to Wiley High School. 0-1 the count to him. Bats from the left-handed side. Swings through that fastball there. 0-2.
Just a little early on that one. Trying to get the timing on that 91 mile per hour ball that just came out of his hands.
0-2. Fouled off to the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's where the wind is facing right now. You can see with the flags out there in left center field that they're pushing in and towards left field, which is not ideal for a lot of these right-handed hitters.
Oh, 0-2 again. Fouls that one off. That one a touch outside, but just staying alive here at 0-2. Beautiful day here in Abilene. Minimal wind. Mid-70s. 0-2. Swings through the pitch in the dirt. Gobbled up by the catcher. Steps on the bag at first. 2 away.
Good at bat, though. I mean, making contact in any way that you can. Obviously, a strikeout will be clocked, but lots of poise here. Beresford behind the plate, able to pick it up and just toss it over to first, get that second out of the inning.
Coming up to bat now is Grant Watkins here for the Wildcats. Also bats from the left-handed side. He'll take that curveball in there. Strike 1. Watkins, 6'2", 230 from New Mexico. He's a senior. He pops that one out into the left field. Going back on it on the track will make the play and round out the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll head to the second, knotted at 0 here in Abilene, Texas. Welcome back to Bullock Brothers Ballpark here on opening day. Score is 0-0. Brandon Landman back on the mound. We'll take a look at the away coach for the St. Thomas Tommies in his 17th season here for the ball club. They have won the Summit League back-to-back years. This is the first season they are postseason eligible. Three-time NCAA D3 Region Coach of the Year. This is just their fourth year at the D1 level. A .618 win percentage with the team. Just incredible stats, and immediate success at the D1 level is tough.
Yeah, Aline has done a lot with this program and has stayed with it for a long time and through a lot of growth. I mean, back to the fact that they were in Division III baseball is pretty impressive that he stayed with them for this long and had this much success.
Matthew Malik in the box now. He'll take strike one on the outside corner. Lots of first pitch fastballs in these first four batters. That one fouled off. 0-2. Fastball in on the hands from Landman. The 0-2 to Malik. Landman sets, winds, and deals. Way high that time, 0-2. That's the second time we've seen him try to put a little bit too much on it on that two-strike pitch. Just needs to settle down a little bit. Find the strike zone. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Left center field coming on is the center fielder. He will make the play, and it's one away here in the second inning, excuse me.
The designated hitter, number 16, Joe Roeder.
Nice play by Braden Regala. Stepping in is Joe Roeder. DHing today for this team. Left on left matchup outside there, 1-0. Lots of lefties for this St. Thomas team. And when a guy is 6'5", it's just not something you see a lot from the left-handed side. So an interesting thing to keep an eye on for these Tommies. That one's nubbed foul towards the St. Thomas dugout.
And they're asking for catcher's interference right now. There's a conversation between both it looks like they're coming out now. It started with a lot of loud noises coming from the side, and now a long conversation is going to happen. You saw immediately that Joe Roeder looked over and had a conversation with the umpire, and now they're all going to come in together for a meeting. Aline was out there right away to have that conversation. And I believe that's what they're looking at is catcher's interference, but I could be wrong.
Is it that he stepped out too quickly and it didn't allow him to move, or his glove hit the bat? We'll take a look at it here. It's a great shot from our ACUTV crew. Tough to tell. The way he looks at his glove makes me think that it might be catcher's interference. Looks like it will not be.
Yeah, we're staying right where we are at. We got a grin, though, from everybody, including Shaler Smith, the man who's calling balls and strikes today behind the plate.
So all that for strike one. Roeder steps back in. The 1-1 from Landman. sets and fires. In there, strike 2. 76 on the gun. I mean, what a difference from his fastball, almost 20 miles an hour. And the count moves to 1-2. One, two. Laced out into center field, but right at Braden Regalia. That's his second out of the inning, and there's 2 away.
This ball was a well-hit ball right up the middle. That's always what you want. That liner straight to the center fielder Regala. Just figuring out what you can do getting balls in play is the most important start here on opening day. You figured that out. Now you just got to get them dropping the second time around the lineup.
Here's Chris Knowles. He'll take low, ball 1. Knowles, the 6'3" graduate from New Ulm, Minnesota. Lots of Minnesota kids on the St. Thomas team. 1-0. Popped up left-hand side, really high in the air. The third baseman over towards foul ground will make the play. 1-2-3 inning for Brandon Landman. We head to break. 0-0 our score here in Abilene, Texas. Welcome back to Abilene. Bottom of the second inning here on opening day. 0-0 our score. We head to Rick McCarty, the 8th season as the ACU head coach, reached the 2025 WAC baseball championship last year, won the regular season crown, couldn't get it done against Utah Valley. 3 WAC preseason all-conference players here this year, and a .563 winning percentage. Done a lot of really good things for this ACU team, and they're making a big change next year, headed to the United. So one last year to make your mark here in the WAC.
He's done so many amazing things here. He's put together an incredible roster. In this day and age, with everything that's going on with NIL and the other business sides of things, it's very impressive, the roster that he's constructed here.
Here's Nick Arias taking strike 1. Arias, the 5'11" senior from Tucson, Arizona. 0-1. That one in there as well. 0-2. Arias played community college ball, as a lot of these guys did on this ACU team. As he hits that one to the second baseman, he'll gobble it up, fire onto first, and an easy 3-pitch out for the Tommies.
Yeah, just a basic grounder here to the right side of the field. Routine move right there, and just figuring out on the offensive side, getting that going is going to be the most important thing in this game. Who's going to start the offense first?
Here comes Brady Gray, so foul that one off. 0-1. Olson out of St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin. Like we mentioned earlier, went to Purdue for 2 years, transferred into this illustrious program. 1-1. Lots of success for this team. Just moved up a couple years ago, but back-to-back Summit League championships, although they were not allowed to participate in the postseason tournament, as that one's fouled off with the rule that you move up to a new conference, you're not eligible to compete in postseason. That is true across all sports in the NCAA level. But this is their first year of eligibility. The Summit League will be put on notice. They won every single season series against every member of the Summit League as the 1-2 is fouled off. Be shocked if we didn't see their name in the mix. One and 2 to Gray. Switch hitting sophomore. The wind in the pitch, way outside. 2-2. The 2-2. High and outside. Count runs full. Second full count for the Wildcats, seeing a lot of pitches here in the first inning and a third.
Trying to get a man on base here.
Payoff pitch. Outside, ball four. First base runner of the game, first base runner of the season for the Wildcats is in the form of Brady Gray.
It's huge. You got to get that first one. It's all about opening days. Just the mindset of getting on the first one. It's going to be a domino effect from there in their minds. Cardenas comes up and would love to make an impact with one of the meteor guys in this lineup.
Comes the left-handed Cardenas, the senior. He will take strike one on the outside corner. 0-1. Well outside with the curveball. Count evens at 1. Cardenas finished with 19 homers last year, 67 RBIs, both led the team. That one just in there on the outside corner, 1-2. Nice pitch there from Olsen. 1-2 to the power hitter. Fouls that one off to the left-hand side. We'll do it again at 1-2. Cardenas from El Paso, Texas. 2-2. Fouled off. Wildcats are doing a very nice job of keeping their at-bats long, seeing lots of pitches so the guys behind him have that next man up mentality. And if you don't get on base, if I see 5, 6 pitches, the next guy up can do a good job because they have that intel ahead of time. 1-2 again. That one low and inside.
Yeah, pitchers have never had it harder with all the analytics and all of the different analysis that comes from these batters. It's really difficult to surprise anybody there at the plate. So the pitchers have to become very creative in what they do, and the whole job of the lineup is to work out what they're doing.
2-2. Well outside, wild pitch. Gray will have a free base there. And now a runner in scoring position for last year's RBI leader for this Wildcat team. That one had to have just slipped.
Yeah, that one not even close, well over their catcher's arms as he looked up. I mean, there's nothing specific about it. I think it just slipped out, and we've all had that happen to us before.
Payoff pitch. Low, and another walk. Free bases are what kills your team. Runners on first and second, and that will bring up Sam Hardcastle.
ACU in a great position right here, only with 1 out, 2 guys on. Whether or not they can take an advantage of it here right in the middle of their lineup. Third baseman coming up.
Hardcastle pops that one well behind us into the parking lot. Hopefully your car wasn't underneath that one. 0-1.
I think he was looking for yours, I'm pretty sure. He'd
Sure
find yours
hope
before
not.
mine.
I sure hope not. Olsen the 0-1. Beautiful pitch there. 0-2, 78 just floated in there. Froze Hardcastle.
Yeah, he watched it the whole way through and was extremely disappointed with himself that he didn't take a swing at that one. It's right in that lower range that he enjoys, but he let it go right past him.
0-2. Runners on first and second. Swing and a miss. Didn't want to miss that one, but he did anyways. Nice pitch there from Braden Olsen, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, this is a confident strikeout right here. Able to come up and just send Hardcastle right back to the bench. Puts a lot of pressure here on Jones with these two base runners to try to get somebody in.
Comes Ryan Jones, the redshirt freshman from the DFW area. Aledo, Texas. Played at Tech his last trip around. Swings through that one, 0-1. One from Olson, outside. Count evens at 1.
Like you mentioned, Jones, one of these 10 transfers on this Abilene Christian team, trying to fill those holes that they lost.
1-1, that one just in there. 1-2.
Yeah, great movement on that pitch, just slices right into the zone. Sets up another great position here.
1-2, man on second, man on first. ACU looking to strike first here on opening day, and time is cold. St. Thomas, no stranger coming into Texas, took 2 out of 3 last year against Tarleton State. Another whack foe for this ACU team. Wildcats trying to not let that happen to them. 1-2. Outside.
And they'll see them plenty. A 4-game series this weekend. Lots of sample size. We have a doubleheader tomorrow. They'll become really good friends by the time Sunday's game finishes up.
Don't know that friends is the right word. 2-2. Low and in, almost gets away. Kept it in front of him though. Runners stay put, but they'll be on the move here. Payoff pitch.
I think everybody in this ballpark's just excited, as well as you and me, that baseball's back. It's exciting here on opening day. You can be friends for a little bit. I know that the rivalries, the competition will come later in moments like this.
Payoff pitch, runners will move on contact. Or their move on the pitch, the payoff. Strike 3 called. Bottom of the zone. Olson gets him looking. We will head to break. 0-0 our score after 2. The Wildcats strand 2. We'll be back for the 3rd inning after this. Welcome back to the beautiful Abilene, Texas Bullock Brothers Ballpark. 0-0 our score after 2. Let's take a look at the Summit League preseason coaches poll. St. Thomas picked to finish 3rd. Oral Roberts, who will come to Abilene later, picked to win Omaha in 2nd. South and North Dakota State, and then to round us off, Northern Colorado. St. Thomas right there in the mix in their first year of postseason eligibility. Landman out for his 3rd inning of work, and for that, I'll hand it over to Josiah Winnell to take over play-by-play duty.
Thank you. A 0-0 score here in Abilene. The Wildcats play host to the Tommies. What a fun name here. It's such a baseball name. As we'll see Zan Van Schlegel come up to bat. And he'll take a grounder on the right side immediately to the second baseman. Watkins tosses it over, and that first out of my first inning is very quick.
1 pitch, 1 out. Quite the opposite of what Olson has had to go through. First time we'll take a look at it here. This is not an easy play from Watkins. Got to flip it quickly, but gets the out.
Landman has been efficient coming into this 3rd inning. Now faces his 8th batter after 7 consecutive outs. Low strike to start it off against Adam Pooter, the shortstop for the Tommies. Working efficiently now. Left hand strike right through the legs of Landman, and we have our first hit for the Tommies. On base is Adam Pooter, the shortstop.
Nice job just taking it right back where it came from, right through the legs of Landman. His first hit allowed of the game, and our first hit of the game overall. Landman's going to be kicking himself that he didn't knock that one down.
So we had to wait till the bottom of the second inning to see our first base runners, starting with Abilene Christian. Now we see our first base runner for the Tommies here in the top of the third. Wildcats not able to take advantage of it. Will St. Thomas do that here with the bottom of the lineup, Maxwell Beresford, the man who's been behind the plate, up to bat. Kicks and deals, an inside pitch. Starts off 2-0.
He's got to get control. First time pitching out of the stretch for him. He's been in the windup for the first 8 batters. Going to have to calm himself down a little bit.
Right down the middle, and a confident strike right there. Like you said, pitching from the stretch, he has really struggled throughout his sophomore campaign once guys got on base. It wasn't the issue of strikeouts when there was nobody there because he was a very efficient pitcher. It was once those guys got on that he started to fall apart. As man takes off, throw down to second, it's going to be close. But the man has beat the ball to second base. That's Pooter with the stolen base. And well in, it looked like it was going to be close. Great dive there at the end.
Yeah, great speed there from Pooter. Not a terrible throw. Just got a good jump, a good slide. Now a runner in scoring position.
3-1. Beresford waits for it. Now swings on it, up to center field, laced back. Regala able to take it, tagging up is Pooter, and the relay won't even go to third. A man on third base now. And Beresford does his job and advances the runner.
Great job. Just getting the runner off the base. Pooter knew exactly what he was doing. He was going to tag. As soon as he saw that ball off the bat, he got a good jump. And speed changing the game once again.
2 outs and a man on third. We turn it back to the top of the lineup. Recchio up to bat. Second baseman in the left-handed box. Pitch in, and good for a strike. 80 miles per hour. With the pressure of and creeping down the side of that third base foul pole. Second one past him. 0-2 start.
That 91 looks a whole lot faster when the pressure is on. A runner on third, trying to score your first run of the season.
Lamon, 0-2. The lefty deals outside. As Riccio watches it go by, prepares for the 1-2 count here. Brett Landman, 1-2. Man on third, 2 outs. Kicks and deals. Right down the middle, just a little bit inside, and that will even the count out.
Well, that last pitch, the first ball, set up that slider in, the fastball away. Didn't go to it, went with the fastball up. We'll be curious to see what he does here.
Lefty on lefty. 2-2. Down the middle, no signal. A little bit low. We're going to have a full count. This at bat started off so well for Landman. Back-to-back strikes, but now 3 balls in a row. Let's put some pressure here. You have an open base. You don't want to force something that you can't go back to. No regrets in this situation. The full count, 3-2. Right up the middle, that one's going to kick to the middle, bounces, stays in the infield, and that will score a run. An RBI infield single for Tanner Riccio. Goes off the rubber and stays within the infield for the first score of the game.
Lost his shoe as well. Hit that one so hard he came out of his shoes. Nice job, Landman. He knocked that one down, but didn't get the result he wanted as it popped up off the mound. Watkins couldn't come in to make the play. And the Tommies have the first run of the game. Just nothing Watkins could do there.
I think I'd give up my shoe anytime for a run. That was perfect.
Absolutely.
1-0, the Tommies on the board first. Here at the top of the third, 2 outs. Landman still has a guy on base, and he'll make sure he stays on that base. As he throws over.
Quite a bit of speed for Recchio over there at first.
Leadoff man leads off first. As Fritcher gets ready for the pitch. And another throw over. This one, a little bit more of a hesitation. Still able to get back safe and sound. Easton Fritcher, strikeout looking his first time up. And a third straight throw over. Keeping him honest over there.
It's not like the MLB rules where that would be constituted as a balk, but can't keep delaying the game. Got to pitch to him eventually.
And there he goes, pitch and the cut over, and he's going to be safe at second base. 3 throws over, you knew he was going to go, and even when you knew, he was still able to go, showing off the speed right there from Tanner Recchio.
I'm surprised they didn't try to go with some sort of pitch out, because I think everyone in this stadium knew he was going to go there, but no decision there. And they're going on to check on him over there at second.
Kind of an awkward slide in there to second. Looks like he's holding his thumb. Appears to be fine, but just talk about the psychological mindset of I'm going as soon as he pitches it. It throws over 3 times. There's some hesitancy, and he's still able to grab the base. And pitch down, off speed, misses inside.
Yeah, not sure where that one missed. Looked like a good pitch there. What I believe is the curveball from Landman. Got to focus on the batter at hand.
2-0. Pitch down the middle and fouled back. So you've got speed on second. And you got a situation where you have 2 outs. So on contact, if this ball falls, you're going to see another score here from Recchio. And he just showed off his speed on that stolen base. 2-0. This one fouled off to the left side. The wind carries this one well into what would be Judge Ely. 2-2. Set. Trying to end this inning. And cut away once again. Easton Fritcher not going down without a fight. After that first at bat ended with him striking out, looking at a ball go right past him.
Yeah, Fritcher doing a very nice job of just flailing his bat at things to stay alive till he can get a pitch he can handle.
The 2-2. This one laced to the outfield. Regala looks like it's going to be a routine one, and instead comes over Borehome, the 3rd out of the inning. And the Tommies get on the board first, 1-0 on a strange infield play. We'll see the Wildcats and see if they can respond here in the bottom of the 3rd. The Tommies get on the board here first. In the top of the 3rd inning, we start the bottom of the 3rd as we look at the WAC preseason poll in the last year of Abilene Christian residing in the Western Athletic Conference. They look to be at the top of the standings with 3 first-place votes, 33 overall, and they're the favorite to go on and win this conference after grabbing a share of it last year. And then falling short in that postseason tournament. Bid to the NCAA tournament was on their minds, wasn't able to get it. We move to the bottom of the 3rd, the ACU lineup up. And first up, number 27, Braden Regala. Regalo, the 9th batter in this lineup. He has a high ground to the second baseman. A quick flip will get him out. A little trouble there for just a moment. This infield able to figure it out quickly.
Nice play there from Ron Schlegel. As he was in, and then the second baseman, Recchio, coming in to make a nice play.
We used to call that the samurai chop, when you cut it straight down and it try to go over the head of the infielders, but very talented infield here. McNellis able to come and make that play. Outside pitch. Top of the lineup, Zant Payne stepping in for the Wildcats. Payne, one of the 20 returners from 2025 for this Wildcat team. From Edmond, Oklahoma. One of the leaders of this team. Starts off with a 2-0 count. And make it 3.
Payne saw a whole lot of pitches in his first at bat. Maybe Olsen a little bit afraid to go at him here. Interesting to see what he does on 3-0.
It was a long at bat that eventually ended to a ground out to the second baseman. And a strike comes in. He was looking the whole way. Followed the ball all the way to the mitt and then looked up to the umpire. See if he was getting a free pass to first. He has to wait now with a 3-1 count. This one popped up in the infield. Third baseman was shallow, able to go get it. Just a little bit on it. It's Von Schlegel able to go grab it. You see, he starts in here really shallow, has to backpedal a little bit, flips his hips, able to go grab it. Not too difficult for him. Definitely an interesting dynamic with him so shallow, and you see that with this shift right here as well. He's still inside on the grass of the infield.
Playing all these lefties to pull. And when we say to pull is to hit the ball to the same side. So if you're left-handed hitter, you're hitting it towards the right side, and then vice versa.
Reese Borho does in fact pull the ball, but he pulls it just foul. And we'll reset.
So the strategy of a pull hitter is to more get in front of the ball, hit it off, not necessarily the end of the bat, but on the forward side of the swing. So you can get it towards that right field fence over there in the corner, and obviously vice versa for righties.
Reese Borho struck out his first time up. Left fielder has to wait on Maxwell Bursford as he fixes his headset, his helmet. And it looks like we're all ready to resume play here with a 1-1 count here. 2 outs. Kicks and deals. That one right down the middle for strike 2.
That's another batter just watching those curveballs just plop right in there. Curveball slider, not quite sure what the pitch shape is, but good one.
And a swing and a miss. A strikeout by Braden Olsen, and that will end the inning. The Wildcats still hitless here in the 3rd inning. We'll head to the 4th. 1-0. St. Thomas leading over Abilene Christian. St. Thomas over Abilene Christian. Braden Olsen has held the Wildcats hitless throughout the first rotation of the lineup. Just the 2 walks. We flip to the other side with the Tommies back up to bat as we begin the top of the 4th. We've seen a sample size so far of Brett Landman, but obviously the sequence right here, score a run for St. Thomas.
Yeah, speed kills in baseball. It's such an advantage when you can steal second base, a sacrifice fly, and then an infield hit. Just a great job of getting back to the basics on opening day for St. Thomas.
Starting off at the top of the 4th. Landman still out there, grabs the strike on the first pitch. Now, Landman has come in, obviously gave up the run on that last inning, but he has looked really, really strong in moments as the second pitch is inside. His efficiency has been good, but when he moved to the stretch, things started to fall apart.
Yeah, absolutely. When that first runner got on base, he fell behind in the count 3-0 and then ended up giving up that run there in the third inning.
This one, a swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying outside the infield. Kaysen, break this one down for me.
Yeah, it looks like he needed to use a little more of that spray stuff they use in the on-deck circle, get a better grip, maybe new batting gloves. Lucky that didn't come flying back towards us, but we got a nice, beautiful net to protect us here.
I was going to say, my eyes deceived me. I heard the ball go in the catcher's mitt, but when I saw something flying out towards second base, I was confused. Now we know. Thank you, Kaysen Higgins. The 1-2 count. And fouled back to the left. And we'll reset.
Yeah, there's a parking lot over there. You better hope your car is not parked over that direction. That's probably the third or fourth ball that's gone that way.
Malik with the 1-2 count. Kicks and deals. This one fouled straight back. All over the place, foul balls. That wind helping it out a little bit.
It's a glimpse of Coach McCarty.
This one outside. Landman hasn't had any issues getting to 2 strikes. But it's the finishing, it's the strikeouts. And that one fouled straight down. And we'll extend this.
Yeah, it's interesting that his slider is his put-away pitch. It's a good pitch, but it's a pitch that you have to have your fastball set up for it to be as effective. And his fastball's sitting in the low 90s today, and maybe it'll ramp up as the season goes on. But the bigger that fastball velocity difference is, the more effective that slider will be.
2-2. This one laced to center field on his horse. Regala slows down for it and grabs it. An efficient first out right there from the outfield. Able to pick up Landman, and as he grabs that first out.
Fantastic route here from Regala, heading to his right. Just camps right underneath it. Decently windy today, so getting there early to the ball is going to be very important.
Now Lucas McNellis watches one go by, and he'll be rewarded with the ball starting off 1-0. Second pitch, framed inside, and evens the count up at 1-1.
Nice pitch there from Landman.
Landman with empty bases right now. Trying to keep it that way off on a shortstop grounder. That one over, and a great play right there from number 2, Zan Payne. Great play from this infield, from this defense right now. Back-to-back outs.
Great play there from Payne, the graduate, lots of experience manning shortstop. Some say the most athletic, the hardest position to play in baseball. Some even say in sports. But a nice play there from Payne.
You're probably just saying that because you played shortstop at one point.
I absolutely never played shortstop in my life.
2 outs. Pitch right down the middle, and start off with a strike right here. Up to bat is Joe Roeder. Flew out his first time up. Oh, 0-1. And back-to-back nice pitches from Landman.
I think that was his cutter, his pitch that he throws the least. That one at 88. If it was a 4-seam fastball, he took quite a bit off of it. I think it was the cutter, though.
Trying to send him home packed, an outside pitch. 1-2. Joe Roeder.
Got him looking away. Be shocked if he doesn't go up and in here with the fastball.
Landman. Step, kick, deal. Right past him. And he dropped it on the foul tip.
Just couldn't hold on to it. It was a good pitch. Just got a piece of it to stay alive, though.
We'll do it again. 1-2. Roeder preparing for it. He makes contact past the second baseman. That one off the glove of Nick Arias. And a man on base is number 16, Joe Roeder, the designated hitter, gets on base for the Tommies.
Nice swing there, putting the ball in play. Got quite a bit on it, too. A diving play by Arias. Couldn't quite make it. And so a 2-out single for the Tommies here in the 4th inning.
Now a man on first means we'll see the stretch once again. It's Christopher Knowles. Knowles digs into the box. Outside pitch to him, the righty stepping in. Wildcat defense playing straight up for him. Popped out foul territory to the third baseman last time up. It's a high pitch, will stay upstairs. 2-0. Lemon at 57 pitches right now. Not where he wants to be, but has been back and forth between consistency. This one, too low. Possibly an overcorrection after striking it high that first time. Now he has a 3-0 count with a guy on first. Doesn't want to push that runner into scoring position. And that one inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a free pass straight to first base. Man on first and second now.
He just needs to settle down, take a deep breath. 4 straight balls is a little demoralizing. Tried to take some off of his 4-seam fastball to locate it, get a strike. Couldn't do so. So now his first walk of the game puts a runner in scoring position.
I don't know if you've ever been at Disney World, but that's what we call a fast pass straight to first base. He didn't have to do anything. He just had to stand there, handed a free ticket straight to first. As we're going to have a conversation, a mound visit meeting coming out for the conversation to settle Landman down. I mean, a 4-pitch walk is something that you're not going to see a lot from him. Yes, he's a little bit wild sometimes, but anytime a pitcher does that in this position, you want to check in on him and make sure he's okay, not just physically, but also mentally.
Absolutely. Evan Whitaker is warming up in the bullpen, or starting to get loose. So Landman's going to be out there for a little bit because I don't even think he started to throw. He's got more on his plate today. And then, of course, on opening day, you don't want to push these guys too much. You're not going to see them get to the triple-digit pitches, I'd have to imagine. And so getting through this 4th inning is a big deal for his confidence and as the season goes forward.
It's really strange because, you know, we came out with Landman, who was the ace last year on the staff, made the most starts and had a really solid season. I mean, not what he wanted, but really a solid season. He comes out, he gets a quick ground out, and then back-to-back strikeouts. All is well. The second inning, 3 pop-outs. And then things go awry in the 3rd inning. And now it feels like things could go awry here in the 4th, just settling him down, making sure he gets back into his rhythm. He's in a position right now, you just get one out, things are back where you want them.
Second time through, the batting average is almost always the highest.
And that's exactly what you want from a confidence standpoint. The pitching coach looks really good right now, a strike right after the meeting.
Yeah, nice changeup, just coming in on the back door. Get him over for a strike. Some say it's his best pitch.
Von Schlegel grounds it to the third baseman, has to move out of the way, tries to tag the runner. A little bit of back and forth, able to get him finally. And the 3rd out completed, exactly what you want if you're Landman. And as we will flip to the bottom of the 4th inning, ACU down by 1, trying to get some offense going. 1-0 St. Thomas over Abilene Christian here as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Wildcats without a hit so far, trying to get it started here as they flip the lineup, and we take a look at Diego Cardenas, one of the talented hitters here for this Abilene Christian team. 19 home runs last year, as you can see right there, but he's efficient getting on the base. Man, he is a power hitter, Case, and he can make a huge impact for this Abilene Christian team.
Absolutely. From the left side, he's one of those pull hitters I was talking about. And so when you aim for the pull side, you're aiming for that pole, the shortest part of the field. When he gets his bat on the ball, he can take it a long way over Al Scott's corner there.
Cardenas up 4th, scheduled to hit here in the 4th inning. He'd love to come up to bat. That means that something went well for this ACU team. As Grant Watkins watches a second pitch come by. This one for a ball. 1-1 to him. Grant Watkins fly out to left field last time up. Watches an inside pitch. Sets up the 2-1. Watkins trying to get this offense started. Still held hitless is this ACU team. Senior first baseman started all but one game for ACU last season. Collected 60 hits. Batted .287 in his first year in Abilene. You could ask him right now, none of that matters. He just wants one hit right now. But he'll take a free base. A walk here. And we're going to see Olsen give a free pass.
Yeah, really nice. When you lead off an inning, your job is to get on base, no matter how. Infield, single, error, drop third strike, it doesn't matter. A walk's a pretty simple way to do it. You can get the inning jump-started with a base runner.
Now Nick Arias, the second baseman. See some talented play already from these infields, but especially these second basemen. It's Arias, a strong hit up to second. Chance for a double play. Quick pass over the first, and they will get it. A 4-6-3 double play for the Tommies, and they clear the bases.
Nice play there by Tanner Recchio, getting the ball on 2 hops, flipping it over to the shortstop, Pooter, and then on to the first baseman to make the play. Excellent job there.
So you get a man on base, you try to get some momentum, try to go tie this game, and then you are shut down immediately by this infield that has made some very special plays here. Just with this first half, this first sample size of what we've seen as the first pitch for Olsen goes outside to Gray. Brady Gray. Watches another one go by.
They say coming into opening day, defense should be the sharpest thing you've had because you just worked on it a ton, especially in the big league spring training. I mean, that's your main focus. But here, the Tommies have made defense look like their #1 strength.
Now laced right over to the first baseman. No need to touch the base right there as a line out. And a great play right there from the outside. Knocked down. We head to the top of the 5th. 1-0 St. Thomas over Abilene Christian. The Tommies lead the Wildcats 1-0 here as we begin the 5th inning. Let's look at how these two pitchers have faced off. Landman has been excellent in a lot of ways throughout his career, but today, not his best performance compared to Braden Olsen.
Yeah, Olsen's been good today. The 3 walks are a stain on a good performance, but no runs off of those walks. Good pitching when he needed it.
Landman back out there, and Kason Higgins has you here for the 5th inning.
Landman in his 5th inning of work. Still someone warming in the bullpen. That one's in there for strike 1. Pretty sure it's 41, Evan Whitaker. Pooter singled and stole a base and scored our only run of the game his first time up. He takes ball 1. one to the 8-hole hitter. On the ground to the shortstop Payne. He gobbles it up, fires on to first. A nice play to keep his foot on the bag is Watkins, and there's one away here in the top of the 5th inning.
I think it's important to note, based on what we just watched that pitching comparison, that Landman hasn't been bad. Obviously, a ball in play right here, he'll take a ground out any day of the week. But it's just those little moments that have led to that one run that the Tommies have scored and some strange up-the-middle moments.
First pitch here is in there for strike one.
You take those away, and this is a game that is still very even. Landman hasn't pitched bad. The question is, can he get past 6 innings? That's where he's really struggled, and right now, the amount of count that he has is very low.
Strike two in there. 11 first pitch strikes there for Landman, and I'd be shocked if 75% weren't fastballs, if not more. 0-2 to the catcher, Beresford. High, ball one.
And this is a perfect sample size of what's happened with Landman. He starts off really well, and then once he gets to that 0-2 count or this 1-2 count, that's when things start to get a little shaky.
1-2. In the dirt that time. Two and two. Popped up really high. Second baseman Watkins will make the play, and there is 2 away here. Excuse me, Arias. Landman coming through in the 2-strike count, danced around with those 2 balls, but got the out. That's the growth we've seen from just the 3rd inning to now. If he can consistently get out in these 2-strike counts, he will be dangerous. Flips over the order for the second baseman, Recchio. He'll take ball one. He's 1 for 2 with a single, an RBI, and a stolen base.
Yeah, he was the man that got it started, right? With his speed, he's caused the chaos and ultimately scored the lone run of this game.
That one's in there for strike one. 88 on the gun. 3 hits for the Tommies today on 1 run, no errors. That one's nubbed off to the third base side, 1-2. A changeup that time at 80. One and two, Landman trying to get through his 5th inning of work. 71 pitches deep here on opening day. The 1-2. The set. Waiting a long time. The wind and the pitch. Popped up. Left side, the third baseman, Hardcastle, chasing after it. The left fielder runs into the wall, but there is no play there for Boro. And we'll do it again here at 1-2.
You probably had another 10 feet here of clearance before he was going to go get that ball, but the biggest thing that I'm seeing right here that I'm excited about for this Wildcat team is the effort. You had 3 guys putting full sprints into trying to go get that ball, even though it was well out of the ballpark, able to go grab it. A great play from the defense right there, even though it didn't result in anything special.
1-2 again. Popped up to the left side. Foul again. One and two to the junior from Lakeville, Minnesota. From the left-hand side, 1-2. That one's hit high to the center fielder, Regala. Regala will make the play, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-2-3 inning for Landman. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0 the score. Tommy's on top. Welcome back. A shot of beautiful downtown Abilene. Tommy's on top, 1-0 here on opening day. Let's take a look at the 3 WAC All-Conference honorees. Diego Cardenas, the designated hitter. Grant Watkins, the first baseman. And then Braden Regala for the outfield. 3 guys who are going to have a huge part in the Wildcats' success, but they need some offense here. 0 for 11 today with 3 walks. 0 for 3 with runners on base, 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Cardenas bat .331 last year. I mean, if he can replicate those numbers out of the 5 or 6 hole, whatever coach wants him, it's going to be huge for this team.
You mentioned Regala right there. He's been busy in center field. Lots of balls hit to him. He's scheduled to hit 4th here in the 9 spot. Again, he would love to hit. The ACU has to get someone on base first.
Cardenas will take a strike in there, 0-1. He walked his first time up. That went well outside, 1-0. One and one. That one hit on a line, but the second baseman in a crazy shift, basically playing right field there, will make the play, and there's one away here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. You can see right here, 1, 2, 3 guys between first and second. The other part of this, deep into the outfield, you've got a combination of guys that are around, and that's Riccio, who's back into basically right field territory, able to make the play right there. They'll move to straight up right now as they switch over.
Strike 1 in there. To Hardcastle. Swings through that one, 0-2. Working with a little bit of pace here is Olson. Oh-2, hit him. That one got up and in, 92 on the gun. Won't feel very good tomorrow, but a runner on base. And the tying run in the form of Hardcastle.
Yeah, watch that left hand. Just going to get him on the pinky right there and send him to first base. Again, the pain is always worth it for a free base there. And this has been the only blemish on Olson's day today, is these free passes he's given to first. Obviously hasn't given up a hit yet, but he is in a position where he's given up a few of these passes over to first. Hasn't yielded any runs yet for the Wildcats, but it has meant a lot, and there's another one.
Just came right at him again. Ryan Jones taking one for the team. Back-to-back hit by pitches, and now there's a runner in scoring position with just 1 out for Braden Regala.
The center fielder, number 27.
Back-to-back pitches where you hit a guy, that is not what you want for your confidence. And here comes Braden Regala. We were just talking about him. He could cause some damage right here with only 1 out.
This would be a great time for the Wildcats to get their first hit.
Now we'll see a conversation.
Josiah, what are they talking about here on the mound right now?
I think they're just trying to replicate what happened here in the second inning. Now, obviously, they weren't hit by pitches, but you have a situation where you walk Brady Gray, and then Cardenas is also walked. So first and second, 1 out. Exact same situation. Settling down, having that conversation, and making sure Olson is in his best mind. You know what he did right after that? First and second, strikeout, strikeout. So they would love to be in a position here where you're facing one of the weaker sides of the lineup before you flip over to the top hitters for Abilene Christian, where you have to make sure that you stop the momentum that you've literally handed them. You have given them this momentum. They're not on base because they earned that. They were given this position. And so whether or not they're going to take advantage of it is the big question right now.
Absolutely. Olson trying to lock back in his first start for the Tommies. All wax selection for Regala. Wildcats looking for their first hit of the season. First pitch. Low. 1-0. On second base, Hardcastle, first Jones. That one hit into left field. Not going to have enough to get over Malik's head. Maulick's head. He'll make the play, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, this is just a situation where you're just a little bit early on it. And it was a strong hit. Obviously, he's getting close to the warning track there, but it's really hard to go opposite field, especially with this wind blowing in right now. You can see again with the United States of America flag and the Texas state flag flying in. That is not the ideal situation for these hitters if they're trying to go opposite field. It just didn't work out there for the Wildcats. Now you're in a 2-out position.
Here's Payne. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Takes a strike right at the knees, 0-1. Grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning, and then popped up to the third baseman in the third. 0-1. Olsen trying to get out of another jam. Swing and a miss that time. Payne right over top of the curveball. 0-2.
Yeah, he was early on it looking for that fastball. Didn't get it. Was deceived by that off-speed pitch.
0-2. Payne ready. Olsen ready. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Hit very hard right at the Tommy's dugout. Nice catch there by William Piero in the dugout. Off the net. We'll do 0-2 again.
Great vision. Without the binoculars, able to do that.
Yeah, no, took a little bit of leaning. 0-2. Fouls that one back. Just missed it. Runners will reset. Another shift for Payne, second baseman playing in deep right field. Excuse me, not deep, shallow right field. Shortstop not as exaggerated. So that one's outside. This is the exact thing they banned in the MLB. Infielders could not get their feet onto the grass, and they can't have more than 2 on each side of second base. But still here at the college game, we've seen it make an impact today. 1-2. Through the hole, base hit. Rounding second is Hardcastle. He'll head home. The throw is up the line. The Wildcats score their first run of the season, and we're knotted at 1.
This is a perfect ball right up the middle. Again, you saw that shift that he was just talking about, but this hole right here, Payne's able to find it, get it through, but more importantly almost is the fact that Hardcastle was able to hustle his way around the throw a little bit off. It wasn't a close play at the plate, but now we have a game tied up at 1. The first hit for the Wildcats couldn't have come at a better time.
Great piece of hitting there from Payne. Jones got to third on the play, and a single will score another. Here comes Boro. First pitch, runner's bluff. It's fouled off, 0-1. Here's the base running from Hardcastle, hustling off a contact, slides into home plate. The third baseman makes it look routine. 0-1 to Boro. He'll take in there, strike 2. Just floats that 12-6 curveball in there. Nice pitch from Olsen. Oh, 0-2 to the left fielder. Runners fake again with defensive indifference. The throw it to second, the throw back to home. Not even close. They tried to get the double steal on. Did not work. Let's take a look at it before we head to break. It's defensive indifference, no one covering second. The throw back home, the nice play from Von Schlegel. Coach McCarty talking to the umpire, but we will head to break. Wildcats get one on the board, leave 2 on base. We head to the 6th inning. We're tied at 1. We are back here at Wildcat Stadium. Josiah, what happened this play?
Okay, so what you're looking at right here, this is actually a play that can be drawn up as we take another look at it. We call this a cut pass. So the shortstop is supposed to cut in front, and he runs in front, grabs the ball. And you may not see him from, but he's going to cut in front. The catcher's intentionally going to throw it off to the side. It's a quick pass right back down. And the idea is the guy who's going from third, you're trying to pull inside. It's almost a maneuver to try to get the guy at second. They give up that run and grab the run at the home. And they're not able to make anything happen as we switch around. It's 1-1. We're knotted up.
We got a pitching change here at Bullock Brothers Ballpark. Evan Whitaker, who we saw warming up in the 4th inning, didn't come in the 5th as Landman got through, but the right-handed senior from Westchester, Ohio, 6'4", 185. Going to be a bit of a different kind of pitcher from the right side. 10.51 ERA in 2 1/3 innings last year for this Wildcat team. Bit of a delay because the umpires were talking after the inning concluded and we went to break if whether the catcher was blocking the plate. I think the final decision was no, he had the ball 2 seconds before the runner even dove, and so there was no blocking the plate called. So the warm-up taking just a little bit longer.
And the fact that there's a new pitcher. Now, here's what you're looking for if you're the umpire. When you have a situation like that at the plate, if the catcher is directly in the way of the runner towards the plate and does not have the ball, they are in fact in the way, and there can be an interference call. That's not the situation that we saw in that play. The ball came in before, it was well before the play, and the catcher is set up perfectly. Now, you're supposed to set up a little bit farther inside, but with that chaos of what had happened right there, because the shortstop was supposed to be closer anyways, and they cut back in, able to grab the out either way, and officials, the umpires come through together and make it official as they talk.
Here's Easton Fritcher, 0 for 2 today. First pitch to him. In there, strike 1 on the outside corner. A 1 pitch. Loops that one in there, just gets a piece of it. Does Fritcher, 72, 16-mile-an-hour difference from the fastball to the curveball, and it's 0-2. So hard to slow your bat down on those pitches. 0-2. Outside. Couldn't locate the outside corner. And it's 1-2.
Whitaker, purple from top to bottom. He's got purple shoes on, purple glove, and then obviously the purple brim on his ACU hat. He's excited that baseball's back in Abilene.
1-2. Get on the ground to Arias. He'll fire onto first. 1 away. That'll bring up Matthew Mollick, the left fielder.
Now batting the left fielder, number 7, Matthew Mallett.
Mallett, the 5'11 junior out of St. Michael, Minnesota. First pitch to him, looped in there. Beautiful curveball, 0-1. Batting from the left side. A lot of lefties in their lineup. Now the right-handed reliever plays a little bit into their strengths. He gets that one foul.
Got on top of it and a little bit early.
0-2. So Landman's line is closed at 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 77 pitches, 52 strikes. Something to be happy about on opening day.
Hey, he didn't pitch bad. We talked about that.
0-2. On the ground, Arias busy once again, gobbles it up, fires onto first, 2 away.
He didn't pitch bad, but he just didn't pitch up to his potential is what it felt like. I mean, he was in a position, as we look at this right now, he'd get in these positions where he would have a ground out just like this one, a great play. by Arias there at second. He'd get into those 0-2, 1-2 counts, but he just wasn't able to finish as much as he probably has the potential to do throughout the season, and that really bit him early. But yeah, 1 run, you'll take that every single day you go out there.
First pitch here, another curveball, couldn't quite locate that one. It's the first baseman, McNellis. .1-0 from Whitaker. In there, strike one. McNellis, 6'2" sophomore, from Woodbury, Minnesota. Playing first base for the Tommies today, 1-1. Another nice curveball, 1-2. Whitaker has done a good job coming out of the bullpen, settling this game down, keeping the score right where it is. 1-2. The set and the pitch. That one hit out into right field. Looks like it's going to land foul off the indoor facility and back into the field of play. David John will go take a gander at it. And we'll do 1-2 again.
I love the shout out to the ball boy going out and get the foul ball. That was me for a long time. Put some respect on that name.
The senior pitcher, 1-2. Bounces that one in. Knows he's not gonna get a chance to throw today. Let's contribute to the team somehow. Go shag balls when we need it. It's a good team player.
See, the wind has died down. Those flags are inactive out in left center field.
2-2. Checks his swing. Did he go? He did not, and no strike called. And it's a full count. Seventh pitch of the at-bat here. Whitaker to McNellis. The set. He breathes and he fires. Curveball, that one was high. The first baseman, Watkins, will backpedal and make the play. A 1-2-3 top of the sixth for Evan Whitaker. We head to the bottom half of the sixth. ACU looking to take their first lead of the game. Welcome back to Abilene, Texas, where it is 73 and cloudy here. Beautiful baseball weather. Let's look at a game summary so far. 1-1 our score, 3 hits to 1 hit. The Tommies 4 2/3 for Olson, 4 Ks, 3 walks, 2 hit by pitches and an earned run. Recchio with a single and an RBI. Landman with a good start as we discussed, 5 innings, 2 strikeouts, a walk and an earned one, and Payne with a single and an RBI last inning. We have a new pitcher in. We have Sam Stockman, the 5'11" sophomore from Elk River, Minnesota. Josiah, what can you tell us about him?
Yeah, he's coming from Utah. The sophomore coming in. This is a heavy transfer team, a talented team that has seen a lot of great things happen through the transfer portal, but now a conversation. It looks like an unofficial rotation. They're going to make sure that they subbed him in correctly as he'll get the extra time to warm up. Sam Stockman throws his last warm-up pitch as he gets ready to go, donning the number 36. And now there's even more conversation. And it might be something about his glove. He's now taken his glove off. Walking over with it. You can see a purple glove coming in. So they're going to switch out.
Must be the color of it. Maybe it blends in with the batter's eye. That's something you hear. Batter's eye is a dull shade of green. That was a gray glove. I am not sure.
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear something that can be confused with the ball as we get ready for this top of the sixth. 74 degrees, and that cloudy coming out, that cloudy overcast weather has made this a relatively nice in terms of temperature, but not nice for baseball weather. We're still in February, guys. We're still moving forward as the first ball comes in from Stockman, and it's a ball.
1-0 to Reese Borho, 0 for 2 today, 2 strikeouts. Looking to put the ball in play, and he does just that. A nice play, though, from Adam Pooter for the first down of the 6th inning.
This defense has done incredible. This liner right here, right to the shortstop. I mean, it truly is what the shift is designed for you to hit it right to where they're at. And ACU just hasn't gotten lucky today with the exception of their 1 run.
First pitch just misses to Grant Watkins. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Playing first base today for the Wildcats. 1-0. That one's hit high and deep center field. Heading back on it is Fritcher. He'll make the play. 2 away.
Yeah, 2 quick outs, exactly what you want. If you're the Tommies, bring it in. A rotational piece in Stockman. But I don't think we can move on without giving the flowers, as appropriate as it is with Valentine's Day tomorrow, to Olsen. Incredible start for him, and exactly what you want to see right as we move over.
Here is Nick Arias. 0 for 2 today. He'll take a strike at the knees for the first pitch of the at-bat. He's grounded to the second baseman, and then that rally-ending double play in the 4th inning, the 4-6-3. 0-1. Outside. Count will even at 1. Opening day baseball all across the country today. Almost every D1 team will play. It's the 1-1. Inside, exciting. College baseball is, I think, a sport that's not super well known maybe by a lot of college sports fans, but its tournament is very, very exciting. The 64-team tournament at the end of the season, as Arias swings right through that one. Similarly to March Madness, every team, every conference winner gets a buy-in to the tournament, and then you have your at-large bids. ACU was 2 wins away last year. The Tommies didn't get a chance to participate in their postseason tournament, but won the regular season title for the Summit League, are a contender for that as well. Full count here. Hits that one into the gap. Might be our first extra base hit of the day. It will 1-2 hop all the way to the wall. Arias will have a stand-up 2-out double, and the Wildcats have something cooking here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
A nice swing right here from Arias, able to get it right between that left center gap, and then some good speed gets him a stand-up double. Man in scoring position for the Wildcats, trying to take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
Nice piece of hitting. That'll bring up Brady Gray.
I mean, you were just talking about it. Everybody in Division I baseball has their eyes set on Omaha. That's ultimately where you go. And the Wildcats have adopted this mantra of ATO, Abilene to Omaha, as they enter in this first season right after that share of the WAC title. They're referencing the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. If you don't understand how that format works, Kaysen was just talking about it a little bit. But the model recognizes this Wildcat intent to establish themselves on the national stage as a mid-major program. They had the talent last year, just fell short, trying to do it again this year.
And just last year, Murray State was one of the final 8 teams in the College World Series. 2 years before that, Oral Roberts, who will come to Abilene, made it to the College World Series. So it is possible for these smaller mid-major schools to make a run.
We've seen where those teams have gone. Those programs, you see a huge uptick after the fact. So for the program, that would be massive.
That one's in the dirt. Skippers away from Beresford. It's 1-2.
It's also a belief system. As a mid-major, you don't always say, especially in basketball, you know, we're going to make it to the Final Four. In baseball, anybody can win. It truly is that.
Yeah.
And the belief right now in Abilene is that they could go to Omaha.
1-2, that one blooped into center field, a base hit. Arias hits the bag at third. He will come in to score head first. Going into second now is Brady Gray. He will be thrown out, though. The Wildcats get aggressive once again on the bases. It doesn't pay out, but another run for the Wildcats. We'll take another look at it here. The hit from Gray bloops it into center field. The throw was up the line, caught by the catcher, fires it into second. A nice swim mood, but didn't quite get it. We'll head to the 7th inning. ACU claims the lead. It's 2-1.
Abilene Christian back out there on defense, now leading 2-1 here in the top of the 7th over St. Thomas. They finally took the lead after trailing, able to go back-to-back innings with a run in the bottom half of that scorecard. They now go back out on defense to face the Tommies batting order. We'll start with number 16, Joe Roeder. He's already caused some chaos today with a single earlier. Looks to grab another base hit. This game that is a 2-1 close score with Whitaker back out there for the Wildcats. Right-handy. And he'll deal it right down the middle for the first strike.
Been a big fan of his curveball. That one at 69. I've seen it get up to 73. Just a huge difference from that to his high 80s fastball. Tough for these hitters.
The righty deals and throws that one almost in the dirt. Saved. It'll be 1-1. Roeder, the designated hitter. Watches a pitch go by, and he'll be rung up for the second strike of his at-bat, 1-2. That pitch came in at 70 miles per hour. A looper in there for a strike. Right past him, strike 3, Whitaker. Gets the strikeout to start off the 7th.
He's been really sharp coming out of the bullpen. Now an inning and a third. That was his first K. Just 15 total pitches to get 4 outs. That's as efficient as you can really get out of the bullpen.
Now stepping into the box, Christopher Knowles. He'll face Whitaker. And the frame strike right there. Perfect execution from Brady Gray. Knowles in the right-handed box. Swings at this one and tops it behind him. And he'll get into the hole 0-2.
Good hustle there from Little Man.
Knowles also from Minnesota. He's a grad student. He's been with this team through a lot of chaotic back and forth and a lot of success as well. This one past him and goes to the first base umpire with the appeals. Not successful on the swing. Able to check his swing, and still some life here for Knowles.
Looked like he might have gone. Obviously, we don't have the best view from behind home plate, but it's just what my eyes saw.
1-2, 1 out. Knowles digging into the box. Kicks and deals. This one a grounder, just foul on the third base side. As Whitaker retreats back to the rubber to go do it again.
Well out in front of that one. Almost hit his coach out there in the third base box. Good job just staying alive.
Whitaker down the middle, this grounder to third base. Cuts over from Hardcastle, able to get it there in time. And the second out of the inning here in the top of the 7th.
Nice play from Hardcastle. Charged it, fields it off 2 hops. Makes a nice throw to first. The Wildcats are showing off their defense as well.
It's definitely been a defensive game. I know 3 runs have been scored, but this team, in all reality, on both sides, has very good defenses. So from what we've seen in a very small sample size here in just 7 innings of baseball, not even yet. Miss on the first. Whitaker comes back with the second. Leg kick up with the knee. And appeals this one. No good on that one either. The wrists did not snap there, and the check swing works out well.
How often do you think an umpire is just like not paying attention over there and they just gotta like make a call? I'm not saying that's what happened there, of course. That one misses.
3-0. In the experience that I've had, the communication between the umpires is always yield to what was originally saw, unless you clearly saw something else.
Yeah.
It's a strike right down the middle. So if you're in a situation like that, where obviously our first base umpire is paying attention, you just go with what you believe, but it has to be pretty clear and convincing that the man who was really close, who's literally standing right behind him, saw something else.
Yeah.
Pitch down the middle, another strike. The bat came down. He thought he got a free base, but then Schlegel will have to stay here as we will reach a full count, 3-2-2.
Take a look at it. That one perfectly painted on the black. Whitaker is trying to go for a second 1-2-3 inning.
3-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Whitaker strikes it right down the middle, hit back, and on base. A single for Van Schlegel.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. It's the payoff pitch. You just took a bad strike, made yourself look a little bit foolish dropping your bat, but you put a good swing on a pitch, drive it right back up the middle. Now you give the guy behind you a chance to get on.
His batting average says thank you that was negated, that walk originally. Now he's on first. As Adam Puder steps into the box. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 2-1, the Wildcats leading over the Tommies. Quick throw over to the first, checks the runner. Nothing doing there. Adam Puder, 1 for 2 tonight. The single ultimately scored the lone run for the Tommies. Now a bunt, left side, trying to let it go foul, and he will, is Hardcastle. With bunts on the third base side, you're taught to go charge that ball, but he was able to see that this ball was going to eventually roll foul.
Really like the idea, just barely couldn't pull it inside the bag. Smart play from Hardcastle to make sure that one went foul, because realistically he had no chance of getting him at first.
It is really hard to bunt on a turf field. When you have an infield that is grass, you're able to have that grass kind of stop the ball and slow it down from moving towards third base, but the turf's just going to let it roll. It's very difficult to lay down a bunt in this situation. Upstairs for ball 1. As the junior gets ready for the pitch from Whitaker. And on first is Van Schlegel. Turns around and checks him. Flip around, no good.
It's a nice move from Whitaker. Got me a little bit. Good job getting back, though, from Van Schlegel.
So, righty, it's really hard to pick off somebody from first. And he'll go over once again. Doesn't even try to tag is Watkins. As the runner, you're watching that back foot. As soon as it moves, you know you have to get back. But you're right, Whitaker is very quick with it, and it's very hard to read. Outside pitch. And That one brings Gray to from his knees up. Gets Whitaker back in that 2-1 position. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitching from the stretch, takes another look over to first. Gets set. And eyes him back over. And really right now you can see that Watkins isn't even applying the tag over at first. The intention right now is just to make sure he's honest.
Yeah, we saw how Speed manufactured that rally in the 3rd inning. Trying to do something similar here.
Ball in the dirt. A 3-1 count. The risk of and the pressure of sending a man into scoring position with a walk here. Put a little more oomph in that last one. 89 miles per hour from him. He's going to need a strike right here to avoid potential disaster. Right down the middle, grounded to short, flips it to second, and that will end the top of the 7th. Whitaker able to get out of a small jam right there. The Wildcats lead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th, trying to add to their lead. The Wildcats lead 2-1 over St. Thomas, making the trip down from Minnesota. And they trail, have to play some defense here. As they look at their upcoming schedule, obviously they still have some more on this road trip that they're going to play here in Abilene Christian, a doubleheader tomorrow and then one on Sunday. Then they'll head to Lindenwood and face off with the Lobos of New Mexico and head to Lawrence to face the Kansas Jayhawks. There's some big games going on before they kind of move their way back north March 10th and face the Iowa Hawkeyes. They've got some big names on their schedule as they try to build up their competition, preparing for Summit League ball. Diego Cardenas prepares from the left side box. And he'll face Stockman, who's back out there for the Tommies.
They don't get to play a home game for a long time. Their next home game is March 27th. Their first home game is March 27th.
This one grounded up the middle, a diving shortstop now, but able to get it. Even with the shift, able to grab a hit is Cardenas.
Nice piece of hitting there. Getting that one right back up the middle. Taking it right back where it came from. Couldn't knock it down is Stockman. And a leadoff runner for the Wildcats.
That's exactly what you want here in the 7th. Cardenas on base twice now. After a walk in the second inning. Line out to 4th position at that second base position. It looks like he's going to be pulled now after a strong day. And he will. The designated hitter will come out. And in comes number 22, Brady Ladasu. The outfielder will pinch run for Cardenas. Ladasaw is how you pronounce it. I apologize. He will lead off first. No gloves. Classic pinch runner. He's in there to do one thing, cause chaos. As the pitch goes down the middle.
Ladasaw is from Heath, Texas, Rockwall Heath High School. Freshman, 6'1", 213. Watched him at batting practice today, was very impressed.
He'll dive back in.
Got a nice short swing to the ball, but good pop. I think he's the only guy I saw go yard today in batting practice. That might not have been the point of batting practice today, but it was impressive.
This one popped out to the right side, will likely be foul. Chasing after it, and it will hit off the wall of the outfield. Foul area. Bounces to the ground. Great effort there from Knowles diving after it. Just not able to get there in time.
Yeah, just didn't take quite the right angle. I'm not sure he really had a chance at it, but it was on the other side of that wall that he was playing. Would have been a tough play.
Man on first, 0-2. As Hardcastle prepares for an outside pitch from Stockman.
Stockman has a bit of a weird arm slot. As a lefty who doesn't have super hard stuff. You got to find ways to get creative, whether that's, you know, spinning your slider a different way or throwing the ball from a different arm slot like he does.
This one grounded to the shortstop, trying to flip a double play, flips it around, and it's going to be safe at first as the first baseman steps off. McNellis knew that they had no shot, able to step off, but an out at second, a fielder's choice for the defense.
Yeah, it's pretty speedy there from Hardcastle. Did a good job hustling down the line. Make sure it's not a double play. Kind of keep the inning going. It's tough to really get a rally started with 2 outs and nobody on.
Now we're going to see a pinch hitter come in, Maddox Miese, catcher from Atkins, Texas. He'll pinch hit for Ryan Jones. You can see the energy from the dugout immediately ignited the second he walked out. Donning the number 99. He takes a hard swing through the gap, and he's going to have a base hit. A single for him, 1 pitch in, and he does exactly what he was supposed to do as a pinch hitter. He gets on base.
Yeah, came in, didn't even take a chance to see a pitch, took that one to the opposite field, right in between the 4-3 hole. 2 runners on now. Wildcats look to extend their lead.
The Wildcats go 4 innings without scoring a single run, or excuse me, with a single hit, and then now have a position where they have a man in scoring position with the potential to run in for a 3rd straight inning with a score on that scoreboard for the Wildcats. They lead by 1 right now. Would love to add here in the bottom of the 7th. Outside pitch. Stockman prepares for his second now. Digging in is Braden Regala. He'll watch one inside. 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to the second baseman his first time up and then popped out to left field. Starts off with a 2-0 count. Inside pitch once again. With 2 guys on, Stockman suddenly has a 3-0 count. The top of the lineup, waiting right there on the on-deck circle. Pitch right down the middle. 3-1.
Yeah, good job getting back in the strike zone. You really can't afford to load the bases here in a 1-run game. In the bottom half of the 7th. Need to get an out here.
Stockman outside. And that will load the bases for the top of the lineup. Regala heads to first. And up comes Zant Payne, the shortstop, with the bases loaded and only 1 out.
This Wildcats team has done a great job today with 4 walks, 2 hit by pitches. I mean, they have 6 free passes. Looks like we're going to get another pinch runner. JT Thompson will come in to pinch run for the pinch hitter, Maddox Miese.
So Miese will head to the side after grabbing that hit. And now a discussion between the Tommies pitching staff. The infield will come in for a discussion. And they will call the man from the bullpen. So Stockman's day is over. We're going to take a break while he warms up. We'll let you know who's coming in for St. Thomas as they trail by 1. Bases loaded for Abilene Christian when we come back. Zant Payne, the shortstop, at the top of the lineup, up next. Nolan Phillips in for St. Thomas, a product from Colorado Springs, Colorado, the junior. Coming in a relief in a difficult position as a pitcher, but this is what relievers are built for. He's got a lot on his plate right now. Bases loaded, 3 guys on, and he's got to face the top of the lineup and one of the most talented hitters on this ACU roster in Zant Payne.
Just 2 1/3 innings last year, but 18 ERA in those 2 1/3. 7 walks to 2 strikeouts. Will be interesting to see if he can find his command at 5'7". I'm curious to see how hard he can throw from the right-handed side. A big situation here, opening day.
Product of Palmer Ridge coming into this tough situation where you only have 1 out. Already trailing the Wildcats. You can't give them any more margin that you have to make up. Talk about momentum, though. This Wildcat team looked lost against Olson out of the start, and now up 2-1, has bases loaded, an opportunity to really blow this game open.
See if the graduate Zant Payne can come through here.
Payne with a hit last time up. In the 5th inning, had a single. Gave the Wildcats an RBI. Payne, outside pitch. As Phillips gets ready. Bases loaded. On first is Regala, second is Thompson, and Sam Hardcastle at third base. Phillips kicks and deals, outside pitch. Gives the second ball to Payne, not attacking him. (2-0). Pitch in, and in for a strike. As Phillips able to get it in the zone for the first time. 2 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded for the Wildcats. Zant Payne up to bat. As Phillips kicks and deals a ball that's fouled away to the left side. Evens this count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good job by Phillips to fight back in to the count, even it at 2. See if he can get a big pitch here to get out of this jam.
Phillips. Cutter outside. And we're going to move to a full count, 3-2. And he seems dialed right now. Phillips not worried about the potential of walking in a run right now. He's going straight at him. Phillips pitch, Payne outside, and he'll head to first base. Walks in a run. The Wildcats on the board once again, as Sam Hardcastle will kiss home and give the Wildcats their 3rd run of the game.
Their 5th walk of the game. Insane plate discipline. That one just outside. He tried to frame it back in. Beresford, that is. But Wildcats claimed their 3rd run, and now they're in that exact same position they were when Payne came up.
Borho outside. Now remember, JT Thompson was put in as a pinch runner. Because of the shift, he's going to get a lot of extra room moving towards home. Swung on and missed. Because the 3rd baseman, Von Schlegel, has to be almost between 3rd and 2nd. He is able to move a lot more and try to get the insurance run for ACU against this Tommy's offense that hasn't scored since the 3rd inning. Bases loaded, 1-2 against Borho. Kicks and deals in the dirt. Hesitates is Thompson, but he'll retreat back to 3rd base in fair territory.
Nice stop by Maxwell Beresford behind home plate.
He's been a wall, exception of 1 wild pitch that he couldn't control. It was well over his head. He's stopped everything. 2-2 is our count. Bases loaded. Swung on and missed. Headed back to the dugout will be Borho, striking out with bases loaded.
Yeah, a little conversation between him and Watkins, but that high fastball always looks so good coming out of the hand. Comes in right at your eye level. You really want to swing, but it is so hard to get underneath that pitch in any way, shape, or form. A nice strikeout there for Phillips.
Now 2 outs. It's already given up an unearned run. Be accredited back to Stockman, but Phillips trying to get out of this jam right here. Only responsible for the man on first. 1 ball. Now a grounder. Has to move to it, misplays the ball on the floor, tries to throw it around, and he's safe at first. A run scores, a misplayed ball from Adam Pooter. What happened here, Kaysen?
Well, that just feels like a delayed announcer's jinx. We've been talking this entire game about how stellar these defenses are, making non-routine plays look easy. Well, that one not necessarily routine, moving to his left, throws with his right, but just a tough play. Booted it, thought about the throw before the catch, and ACU scores another run.
ACU starting to break this game open, up now by 3 runs. In the season opener for both of these teams, the Wildcats leading 4-1 over the Tommies. Base is still loaded, as we'll see Nick Arias step into the right-handed box. This one's rocketed up into the air, sky high, will stay in the infield. Communication, who's going to grab the ball? It's going to be the third baseman, and that will end the inning as Van Schlegel able to grab it, but the damage is done. 4-1, the Wildcats break it open here. The Wildcats scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th. That is now 3 consecutive innings where they've scored. They lead 4-1 over the Tommies of St. Thomas. As we look at the upcoming schedule for Abilene Christian, what stands out to you here, Kaysen?
Well, at Dallas Baptist is going to be a tough game, and then Oral Roberts coming in to their place. That's a team we've mentioned quite a bit. And then they go to the 2026 College Baseball Series in Cleburne, Texas, 2 against Texas State, 1 against Creighton. That'll be a fun little tournament there. But ACU's got a decently tough out-of-conference schedule. I mean, they play teams like number 10 TCU. They later go and play at Texas Tech. TCU will then come here. Tech will as well, as will Dallas Baptist. So tough for them. Evan Whitaker back out there for his 3rd inning of work. That one's popped foul off the right-hand side, 0-1.
Both of these teams have scheduled very difficult opponents intentionally to try to build, because it's not just trying to win their conference, because they've both had success in doing that. It's truly about trying to get to Omaha or have similar success to getting to that position.
0-1.
And the teams that you schedule are essential to that. Getting the competition against some of the best hitters, some of the best pitchers, some of the best staff that you'll see throughout the entire country is exactly how you're going to develop into a team that is going to be effective when it turns to that area of the calendar.
Absolutely. That one just misses outside, 2-1. Whitaker has 2 innings of work, 1 hit, no walks, 1 strikeout, 34 pitches so far. It's been very impressive out of that bullpen, and no one warming at this very moment. 2-1. That one's high again, 3-1. As I say that, there is a Wildcat getting loose down there. Can't quite see who it is. 3-1. And that, another high pitch, that one a fastball. So his first walk allowed of the game, and Beresford's first time reaching base and a leadoff walk.
Yeah, that's Brady Coe out there, the 5'10" righty from Allen High School in Fairview, Texas. He'll at least stretch and toss right now as he gets ready in case things go haywire here in the top of the 8th.
I don't know that the Wildcats have a designated closer as a pinch runner comes in. Tariq Verage, 5'11" freshman from Madison, Wisconsin.
A lot of times you see a catcher come in to be the pinch runner. Kudos to him for having some legs under him.
Absolutely. Digging in now, Tanner Recchio on the right-hand side. First pitch from Whitaker. In there, strike 1. But once again, a little bit high that time. Recchio 1 for 3 today with a single, an RBI, and a stolen base. Runner on first. Nobody out. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Evan Whitaker, and the count goes to 0-2. Recchio gets very low to the ground in his stance, making that strike zone even smaller than it already is for the 5'7" junior. As Whitaker steps off.
He's had a tall task today as he'll throw his 40th pitch right here. He's been in relief for a long time here.
0-2. One's blooped out into center field. Regala's underneath it. He hasn't had his name called in a while, but he'll make the play, 1 away. Had a pretty busy first couple of innings out there. Preseason all-WAC player, but a can of corn this time.
Yeah, it's not a bad swing, just the contact a little bit higher on the bat than you would prefer. And you know that Mr. Reliable out there in center field, I don't think it's too early to call him that. Has done an incredible job able to take that ball.
A bunt that time from Easton Fritcher goes backwards, 0-1. He's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout.
You saw that pitch was 70 miles per hour. That was an off-speed pitch. Bunting an off-speed pitch is one of the hardest things that you can do in that situation, especially when you know it's that first pitch coming in. So seeing the ball fly off to the side is not really a surprise to me.
0-1. Won't try the bunt here. Maybe should have. Swings through that one, 0-2. Whitaker looking for his second strikeout of the afternoon. 0-2. Fritcher waits. Here's the pitch. That one was outside. He got a piece of it, though. And we'll do it all over again. 0-2. Tommy's haven't scored a run in 4 1/3 innings. Got out to that early 1-0 lead. The Wildcats have scored 4 unanswered since. 0-2. Down and in. Nice stop there from Gray. 1-2. Tommies have left 4 men on base. Whitaker set. Delivers. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Right to the man in the batter's circle. Nice play there. It's Matthew Malik. One and two. Sets and fires. That one bounces, skips in. Gray can't stop it. And the runner scampers on to second. And the pressure is on now. Maybe Brady Coe hustles a little bit more in that bullpen, as that one probably missed home plate by about 3 feet. Gray didn't have much of a chance to stop it there. Full count now. Went from 0-2 to full, just like that. 2-2, excuse me. Here's the pitch. That one just high, very close. The Wildcat faithful doesn't love the call. Too bad they're not wearing the blue. Full count. Here it comes. Curveball on the ground, just foul. Watkins tried to sell it as a fair ball. Couldn't get the call. And we'll do it all over again. It's been a taxing at bat for Whitaker. Full count, here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. right at the knees. A beautiful pitch from the right-hander. 2 away now.
Yeah, the biggest thing you got to see on this replay is the confidence of throwing the bat. Sometimes when you throw your bat, that just shows the umpire that you think you know better than them. I always wait for what the call is, and he was wrong right there. And really frustrating walk back to the dugout, because not only do you have to walk back to the dugout, you also have to pick up your bat, and those two things are a combination of something very demoralizing.
That one was a strike right at the knees there. Great call from the ump. A little mound visit between Gray and Whitaker. See if we can finish off this inning without getting Brady Coe in here. Here comes Matthew Malik. Curveball in there, strike 1.
You can tell Whitaker wants to end this entire appearance that he's had really well, and that would be great if he could do it for a strikeout, but he just is looking for an out.
0-1. That one just up. 1-1. Runner on second, 2 outs. An insurance or a run here would be nice to make the task not as tall. 1-1 on the ground. Arias has it, fires onto first, and the inning is over. Whitaker gets 3 innings of relief work today. We head to the bottom half of the 8th. 4-1 Wildcats. Welcome back to opening day baseball here in Abilene. 4-1 our score. Wildcats on top of the Tommies. Let's take a look at the Tommies, 2 Summit League All-Conference players. We have Joe Roeder, the first baseman, bat .371 last year, 59 RBIs. And then we have the pitcher, Skillback, a 4.45 ERA for him, 48 strikeouts and 9 saves. 17 appearances out of the bullpen. He'll be huge for them. This team will make a lot of noise in the Summit League this year, as Phillips will stay on the mound for this Tommy's team. Coming up to bat is Brady Gray. Brady's 1 for 2 today. A single in the 6th inning. That scored a run. And then a 2-6 put out to end the play. First pitch. That one in there, strike 1. Right on that outside corner. Batting out of the 5-hole today, the switch hitting catcher out of Farmersville, Texas. He'll pop one up. Shortstop Pooter going after it. He'll make the play. The collection of Tommies there will make the first out of the inning.
To the plate for your Wildcats, number 22, Brady Lattisaw.
Here comes Brady Lattisaw out of Rockwall Heath High School. Came in to pinch hit for Cardenas in the last inning. First pitch to him, ooh, up and in. 1-0. Wildcats, 4 runs on 5 hits. Tommies, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. That pitch also in there. Strike 1. Rockwall Heath, a really good baseball high school out in the DFW area. Constantly in the top 8, the top 4 there. And what's a very good baseball state. Counts 2-1. Also the city where Shaq lives, if you were wondering. Just little tidbits here and there. 2-1. That one up and away, 3-1.
What people don't know is, because they can't see in the booth, is that was the #1 thing on your game notes. That was right there at the top, and you had to fit it in somewhere.
I mean, it's a
got it in.
Big, bold letters
Yeah,
right
I mean,
here.
it took till the 8th inning, but you got it in.
3-1 count. At one low. And a walk for the freshman in his first at bat as a Wildcat. And we get some speed. They get some speed on first base, and that'll bring up number 12, Sam Hardcastle.
Talk about a freshman debut. You get pinch ran, have some action on the bases, and then you take a walk. On base percentage is 1,000. Career. It's a great way to start it off.
And you get mentioned in the same sentence as Shaq. I mean,
we got to move on. We got to move on.
That one's in there for strike one. I mean, how many people can say that? You know what I mean? Sam Hardcastle 0 for 2 with 2 runs out of the 7 hole. Third baseman for this team. Whoa, that one up and in and gets a piece of him. Luckily only at 74. Not going to feel good either way as Hardcastle gets a free base.
Tommies have to play 4 games here, this being the first of the 4. There's no reason after 3 hit-by pitches today to start with some bad blood. This is going to be a long weekend if this continues to happen.
Luckily that one only at 74 like I mentioned, but he didn't get his back all the way turned around, so got a piece of his tricep there. But that'll bring up JT Thompson, his first at bat of the day. The Abilene native takes high for ball 1. Ladisaw on second, Hardcastle on first. ACU leads 4-1 here. 1-0, up and in, 2-0. And that'll call for a meeting of sorts. Catcher comes out.
It looks like just a discussion's going to happen. You can see the pitching staff out in the bullpen is very inactive right now. Actually, one of them put their hands up, asking what's going on. Conversation with Phillips right now. Not a lot of action there at all. Just get Phillips in this infield back on track and just making sure that they're syncing together. Facing JT Thompson, who was brought in to pinch run earlier. That 7th inning.
2-0 count. Sorry, Josiah. 2 runners on, 1 out. Gets him to foul that one off. Looks like into the Tommies bullpen. Got someone hustling out there to make the play. 2-1.
Great job by our foul ball shaggers today.
Absolutely. If you're not going to get out there onto the field, be a good teammate. 2-1. Way high.
That's where
3-1.
some of my best highlights came from.
Yeah?
Shagging foul balls, yeah.
If you look up Josiah 1-0 on Max Preps, it's you just hustling out to the foul line to get the foul balls.
I led the conference.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't want to show off on air.
3-1. Low and away, ball 4. ACU have the bases loaded for the 2nd inning in a row. And that will bring up Braden Regala.
We've seen this before, bases loaded. We start to see the top of the lineup sneaking up there on the on-deck circle. This could get ugly fast like it did last inning, and just really, in all reality, Tommy's only giving up 2 runs might have been kind of mercy compared to what the situation looked like. Only 1 out. There's a lot of potential here for the Wildcats to add.
7th walk of the day for the Wildcats. As that one gets in there. 3 hit by pitches. That is 10 free passes plus an error. That's 11 free passes for the Wildcats. If you're St. Thomas, you really got to look back on that and say, maybe that's why we lost this game. If we can clean up these walks, Saturday and Sunday can go a whole lot better for us. So that one's high. Count evens at 1. Bottom of the 8th inning, bases loaded. Just outside, 2-1. Feels like Phillips is being left out to dry just a little bit. Hasn't quite been his sharpest tonight, I guess this afternoon, and seems no reinforcements are coming his way. 4-1 our score. Fouled back. Counts even at 2. Bases are juiced. Let's look at Sam Hardcastle up there at second base. 2-2. Outside. Payoff pitch. Nowhere to put him. ACU looking for their 8th walk of the game and their 5th run of the game. All pending on this pitch. 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position today. Here it comes. High and up, ball 4. Another run, another walk. ACU tacks on another.
These walks are killing the Tommies. If they continue to do this throughout the rest of the weekend, it's going to be a long one. But also from the Wildcats' perspective, yes, they have 5 hits, but the amount of talent on this offense, you'll take that, but you would prefer much more than that. Still able to grab some scores this evening.
Here's Payne up for his 5th time. He pops that one foul into the seats.
Fan with a souvenir.
I heard there's some sort of program you can exchange your foul balls for some merch or something. I think I'd want to keep the ball personally, but maybe they don't let you.
I'm sure at some point during the season we might get one up here.
Over this net, I'd be shocked. 0-1, way out. 1-1. Take quite a bit of velocity to come straight in.
It's been a long one this inning.
Yeah. 22 pitches for Phillips. 4 walks. And just an inning of work. That one's in there, strike 2. Payne has walked and singled with 2 RBIs. Bases juice with Regala, Thompson, and Hardcastle. From first to third. 1-2. Popped up, left side. Third baseman giving chase, headed into foul ground. It's just to the right of the Tommies dugout. And Von Schlegel comes up empty.
A great hustle on this. It's just another one of those plays where the dimensions of the field, the restrictions of the field require or restrict an out there on the pop-up. Gives the Wildcats another lease on life.
1-2. Also fouled off to the left side. And the crashing sound effect plays over the PA system here at Bullock Brothers Ballpark.
Continue to play it, but it's not funny. If it does hit somebody's window, it's not a fun situation.
It's only funny if they pay for it.
That's true. You better believe Zant Payne is not. He'd love just to walk away with a win tonight.
Up the middle, diving play, gets to his feet, fires on to first, will get the out. The runner coming home for another run. He scores! Great base running there from JT Thompson. Hardcastle also scores. The Wildcats tack on 2 more on the fielder's choice.
Great play right here. Okay, so here's what you got to look at. This play right here to first, a great diving play. You assume that there's no play at the plate, that the hesitation from the first baseman gives the Wildcats another run. Now they've blown this game wide open.
Here's Reese Borho. Takes strike 1. That's that senior experience from JT Thompson. Played at Rutgers, went to Wiley High School here in the area. Making a great heads-up play on the base paths. Borho takes outside for ball 1.
Talk about a day for a pinch runner. You grab 2 runs. That's exactly what you want to do when you come to the game and fill in when you're not in the starting lineup.
1-1. Swing and a miss from Borho. He's looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 4. Wildcats up 7-1 now. Just 5 hits. That one floats in there. Strike 3 called. Borho goes down on strikes, but not before the Wildcats score 3 in the inning. ACU up 7-1. We head to the 9th. Wildcats look to close it out.
Welcome back. The Wildcats leading over the Tommies 7-1. They blow it open in the 8th inning. Those last 4 innings consecutively they've scored as we look at Dominic Reed, who's headed to the majors. He'll have to start with that minor league, but the first player in ACU Division I history to record 100 strikeouts. He had an excellent year. He is no longer on this roster, moving up. An incredible year. He's moving on, and he has exciting stuff ahead of him after he was selected 90th in the MLB draft. We'll see where his career takes him.
Drafted by the Cubs, was excellent for this team last year. A big reason they made it to that WAC championship.
Evan Whitaker back out there for the Wildcats, trying to close this game up, 3 outs away from grabbing the first win of the season here in the season opener. A strike to start it off. Here comes his second pitch of the inning. And that one popped up right side. Running out there is Thompson, and he'll casually grab it out there in right field. Out number 1 here in the first part of this top of the 9th inning.
In a 4-game series where you have 3 games and 3 games over the next 2 days is really huge for Whitaker to take these 2 innings in stride, or excuse me, these 4 innings that he's going to pitch in stride and let the bullpen take a little bit of a day off.
He's been excellent today. Now pitching in his 4th inning. This one laced right side, picked up by the first baseman. Watkins takes it over, and 2 outs for the Wildcats. We're 1 out away from finishing this game off for the Wildcats as we look at a replay.
Really nice backhand here by Watkins on a ball that was, quite frankly, scorched there by Roeder. But 2 away Wildcats. 1 more out to get an opening day dub.
Down to 1 out left for the Tommies. And in steps Christopher Knowles into the right-handed batter's box. Kicks and deals as Whitaker, and a strike in there for the first one. That ball got the outside corner. First pitch strikes for Evan Whitaker. He's had 12 out of the 14 he's faced. That's an efficient starting, and that is huge for everything that you've done tonight. Second one clipped, but still enters the glove. 2 strikes as Whitaker starts off efficiently. Checks on his catcher, makes sure that Brady Gray is all right, and he is. 0-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Whitaker looks down into the dirt, gets his feet set. 1 strike away from closing this one out. Evan Whitaker kicks and deals. This one to the shortstop, diving on it, misplaced. It picks up by the second baseman, fires over, and he's going to be safe at first base. A close call. You did not think after the initial mishandling that it was going to be even close, but a heads-up play from Nick Arias, able to make the play there, just not able to grab the out.
Yeah, booted by Payne there, but gobbled up quickly, fired onto first. I thought he got him live, but watching it there, looks like he was just a step ahead. We'll have to take 1 more batter to see if the Wildcats can pull this one out.
Zan Van Schlegel, the junior, steps in. He's 1 for 3 today. Now with a man on first, trailing by 6. A lot of work to do here with 2 outs. The Wildcats trying to close it out. Whitaker sets up with 2 outs. High pitch, that one well past, and it looks like it's going to be a dead ball. Headed to first will be Van Schlegel. So back-to-back pitches that have resulted in base runners. There's guys on first and second now, 1 off the dome.
Yeah, it's going to be really unfortunate if Whitaker can't finish this one off. Just for that bullpen, just to have somebody come in and just get 1 out would really stink for this ACU bullpen. Let's see if he can close this one out with Adam Pooter coming up.
Here comes the shortstop, Adam Pooter. Man on first and second, 1 out away from closing this game out, and a strike early. Starts off another at-bat with a first pitch strike from Evan Whitaker. 7-1 our score, the Wildcats leading. 0-1 is the count. Here comes the second pitch from the righty is down and low. 1-1. Sets up for the 1-1. Kicks and deals. This one framed inside, a second strike for Whitaker. As the ACU fans get ready for a potential game-ending strike here. 1-2, 2 outs. Guys on first and second. Whitaker kicks, deals. This ball up right side. Running in is going to be Thompson, and he's able to grab it. The Wildcats win their home opener and their season opener 7-1. The Wildcats able to blow the door open here in the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th inning. 1-1, 2-3. They're able to grab some offense late. It took a second, but they eventually got there.
Yeah, you said it. 4 scoreless innings to start the game. They stranded a couple runners on base, and they scored 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs to close out the game. End up winning the game by 6. Pitching was fantastic in between Landman and Whitaker. A lot of things to look forward to, and they've set themselves up for the rest of the weekend.
You talked about the fantastic pitching back and forth, as we'll look at the player of the game for ACU in a second. But realize that Braden Olson was also fantastic, but ultimately ACU is the one that ultimately went. Zant Payne, the one that would be the player of the game today.
He started this game off, started the scoring off in the 4th inning with that single to get the run in. He went 1 for 4, reached base twice, 2 RBIs. The graduate from Edmond, Oklahoma, making a difference today.
But again, Braden Olson shows up really well for the Tommies, but the ultimate, what happened here, why the Tommies lost, it was the walks.
Absolutely. They had 8 walks given up to this Wildcats team, plus 3 hit by pitches, plus an error, just too much to overcome. Ended up giving 7 runs.
Olson there with 4 strikeouts. The only blemish really on his roster, I mean, he only gave up 1 hit, would be those 3 walks. On the other side, Landman, great day, only 1 walk. Gave up 3 hits and an earned run, but that's exactly what you want to see out of your ace right out of the gate. Wildcats end up giving up 4 hits. St. Thomas gives up 5, an error apiece.
Yeah, this ACU team really showed some grit. It looked a little rough when they stranded those runners in the 2nd inning. They come back, they score 7 unanswered runs. Whitaker, I mean, I can't stress how huge he was out of that bullpen. To only have 1 guy come out of the bullpen today is huge for the rest of the weekend to see if they can get a series win here against a very good St. Thomas team.
An exciting win for Abilene Christian. Doubleheader tomorrow for St. Thomas and Abilene Christian, and then they'll finish the series on Sunday, a back-and-forth matchup as we look at these final highlights for Kaysen Higgins. My name is Josiah Winnell saying so long from Abilene, Texas, where the final score is 7-1 with the Wildcats winning over the Tommies. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.